Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel if you've been before. My name's Dan. Mostly I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty. Now, if you have been to this channel before, it's probably because you're subscribed, but if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to hit that subscription button. Unfortunately, they've kind of rebalanced some of the games that are available in Warzone this week, so I've mainly stuck to doing Rebirth Resurgence, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you some gameplay from that video. I hope you enjoy. Here we have the choppers coming in again. Just a reminder, this is Resurgence, so in this time I'm in a squad of people, a squad of 4 guys, and as long as at least one of them is alive when you get murdered, a little timer starts, and you get a period of time in which you can respawn. Once that timer counts down, you get to respawn and come back into the game as long as someone is still alive. So this guy thinks we should land on that buy station. I think we should land on the top of that prison block, but I decide to go with him so that at least the team tries to stay together. So let's follow him down to this buy station. In fact, I think I'm going to land first. Just to quickly show you, you can see on the map, this is me. This is one of my team members. This is the other team member, and this is the other team member. They always appear as arrows, and if they're not somewhere within the circumference of the map, they'll just appear at the edge of the map. The green guy thinks we should go somewhere over here, and you can see his marker on the map there. And you can see my marker on the map there. So let's drop down, see our landing on Command Center goes. Someone immediately starts running up to me and punching me, and successfully punches me to death. So that was not a good start standing there. You can see he just starts running up to me and punches me, which for a gun game is kind of embarrassing, I guess. You can see the countdown now has started because the rest of my team is alive. You can see the rest of my team's information down here in this bottom corner here. So each player has their own little life and line bar. So once again, the blue dots are armor and the white lines are their health. So you can tell how much of your team is still alive. And at the moment, I am dead and this guy has also died as well. So the countdown finished and I'm dropping back in. I decided not to land there again and land in my original plan, which is over on prison, which is right in the center of the map. Grab the stuff I can find on the roof, grab a bit of extra armor and shove that in. Pick up a little Owen gun, which is a nice little SMG, and a rifle. But then I decided to swap the rifle out for this Whitley machine gun, which is new to the game. It only came into the game yesterday, on the 14th, when the new season started, so it's season 2. So you can see on the map those red circles. That's someone dropping those bombs, which you can hear exploding. It's called a cluster strike. And I'm listening out for footsteps because I'm fairly certain there's other people in this building. It's very unusual that no one else would land in or around prison. You can also see I'm nowhere near my team, which isn't great, and one of our team has died. You can see his little countdown has started in this bottom left-hand corner. So as long as we stay alive before that countdown runs out, he will come back. And I run through the building doing some looting as quickly as I can, trying to get money, trying to get a decent weapon, and also keep my ears out for anyone who might suddenly appear on me. You can hear little pings and other things appear as my team are marking various things they're looking at on the map. Okay, I just popped a UAV, which shows you all these little red circles on the map up here. Each one of these is an enemy, and they will ping basically on the UAV as long as they're not running a perk called Ghost, in which case they won't appear, so you can't 100% rely on it, but you can see there's a lot of people around at the moment, obviously it being the start of the game. And over here you can see we've got 37 players left, and they are split into 10 teams, and currently I have killed no one. Okay, so that bounty's come up, and you can see over here it says I'm hunted. Very stressful fight against that guy, but I managed to get rid of him. But there is now specifically a team trying to come and kill me. The threat level, which you can see are these 3 red bars, and that means they're very, very close to me. We've also picked up a mission, our team. We are doing a scavenger mission, and we're trying to collect some specific crates, and you can see them marked on the map as these yellow boxes. I stealthily hide up here, try and kill this guy. Really should have killed that guy way better. Suddenly he's got a teammate, so I decide that's too many people have run out of the room into the rest of the prison. There's another guy here. He spots me. I run away as I try and armor up. He comes back. And again, he manages to down me straight away and punches me to death. It's generally a good idea to punch people to death because it saves ammunition. So if they're lying on the ground and they're downed like that, you get punched to death. So now I've got to survive for another 10 seconds before I can come back into the game. This is just the point of view of my teammate whilst I come back. Here I come, dropping back in. So I decide at this point to drop straight in on that mission marker, that yellow magnifying glass you can see. That's the current mission we're trying to do, so we've got to open these specific boxes. So you'll see I open this box and it moves into the building next to us, and you can see how that circle has moved. On the minimap, you can see this is our next mission objective, which is in the building right next to me, but there is a baddie quite nearby. Can hear my teammate panicking. So let's get into this room and see what's going on. Managed to down that guy with my pistol and kill him. Some other guy jumps in. Very punchy game. Very punchy game for a game where everyone is obsessed with guns. There's over 100 guns in this game at this point. But apparently people are just getting punchy. You can see how that resurgence countdown is now taking longer as we go throughout the game. It takes longer and longer. You can shorten it. Your teammates who are still alive can shorten it for you by killing people, completing missions, and basically scoring points. So now we're just spectating my teammate as he is still on top of this lighthouse. And I managed to drop back in again. Okay, this box I'm heading for is our loadout. So this box is our loadout, and it comes with these specific guns that I've talked about in the past. So at the moment, I'm trying to go and pick that up so I can get my gun that I prefer using for this map, which we will see in a short while. But I've successfully managed to get right past it and run into the building trying to look for it. There's some baddies in this building already, though, so let's try and kill them. I successfully missed both of them. Managed to get that guy down. Remember to punch this guy. Try and steal his guns, steal a slightly better pistol. Put in some armor, but there's some people in that room already. You can hear him trying to shoot me, but he's missing. There he is. Suddenly there's two of them. And that is just too much, so I die again. Now you can see I have to wait 30 seconds to come back this time. We have also almost run out of time to complete that mission. So this is one of my teammates that we're watching at the moment. So we're going to try and land on that loadout again and get a decent gun. Wanting to check the roof to make sure there's no one lurking on it, because that's always a problem. Dropping on a roof and there's someone already there. Here we go. Pick up my MP40, which is a nice little submachine gun. It's good for this map because it deals with very close range people, and a lot of this combat is in buildings at quite close range. You can see my team is in this building. Anyone with a little coloured dot is above my head, and you can see on the mini-map we're all clustered quite close together in this building. There is someone sharing it with us with this little red dot, and one of our other teammates is well over here completing these missions. Okay, so the circle's starting to close in again. Someone's doing a cluster strike again, so you can see these red dots. They are trying to land them on us. Whole building shakes from the explosions. Exciting times. There's a guy. He's run in. Somehow totally didn't see me there, and I was able to kill him easily. He was obviously distracted with my other player, my other teammate who was in this room. There's another guy. Let's down them. Kill them. Boom. Killed them with a throwing knife that time, which is part of my loadout. You can see I've got in my little loadout, I've got a throwing knife and a stun grenade. But the stun grenade is a mistake. I've accidentally swapped that a moment ago because I normally have a heartbeat sensor. I think that's going to become significant in a moment. So a heartbeat sensor shows you where people are positioned on the map. It's a useful way of being able to tell where they are. Okay, all of my team are in this building, and we're fairly close to the center of the circle. That was me trying to use my heartbeat sensor, but not realizing that I'd actually somehow picked up a flashbang earlier on and successfully flashing myself, so now I'm blind. Okay, that comes back after a moment. Bet my team are really happy at me for doing that. Oh, that was one of my teammates, but I'm a little bit trigger happy. Luckily, you can't damage your teammates even if you can shoot them. Otherwise, I'd kill a lot of my own team a lot of the time. So those red boxes that I just opened, they relock themselves. You can open them again every few minutes. And you can see at this point, we have 5 teams left, and those teams consist of 16 players, and I have killed 4 people so far. So because I've only got this SMG and a pistol, I'm generally much better at close range, so I keep moving around to try and keep the building clear. There's no point in me standing next to an open window and trying to snipe out of it like my teammates are doing, because I just don't have the range on this gun to really kill people who are that far away. So I'm just keeping an eye out to make sure there's no one trying to run into our building or anything. That's the heartbeat sensor that I swapped out for that flash grenade. Just pulling up, there's no one near us, or at least there's no one without ghost near us. If you've got a thing called ghost, then you don't appear on that heartbeat sensor. That gunshot is my teammate trying to snipe people who he can see out of our window. I have a suspicion there'll be some people in that building opposite us, because that's one of the places I would be. Okay, one of my team has picked up a bounty contract. So if we kill that guy, we'd get a bonus. That was someone else killing that person, however, so we didn't get as much money as we would have done, but we completed the contract. Someone else has picked up a bounty contract. You can see one of my teammates has moved across to this building next to us, so that makes it less likely there's anyone in there at the moment. Okay, so the gas is going to close in, and you can see our building is half in, half out of where the gas is going to close to, and it's going to take a minute to close up to that line. One of our teammates just got killed. He should have not laid there. He got sniped through that window and stayed lying there, which he shouldn't have done. He should have moved back into the building. When you're down like that, you can crawl around very slowly to try and get out of the way of people. So I'm fairly certain there must be some people in these buildings at this point. I keep moving side to side because basically you don't want to stand still, because if you stand still, you're easy to shoot. So dodging side to side makes you harder to shoot. So now just listening for feet downstairs, really. And as the gas is closing in, you can start to see the red circle on the map close in to the white circle. As that slowly moves in, then I'm going to be keeping an eye out with these windows to make sure there is no one running towards our building. Okay, so now that red circle is going to start collapsing in. And you can see at the moment, we have a bounty on someone, so if we kill this guy in the next minute and 40 seconds, we will get this $5,000. However, we're also being hunted, so one of my teammates has this on him, and if another team kill him in 2.5 minutes, then they will get a bonus. You can just see the green line of the gas starting to roll in. 2 guys out there. Down the first one. Kill the second one. So that's 2 more people I've killed, so I've now killed 6 people. There's 12 people left in 3 teams, so it's likely to be 3 teams of 4. In fact, it has to be 3 teams of 4. And you can see the circle's almost right on us now as the gas moves up to us. Keep an eye out, because we're going to have to go in this direction, because the circle's only going to get smaller. So is there anyone in those buildings opposite us, is what I'm thinking. Okay, you can now see the gas is close to this circle, and this white line shows us the position of the next circle, and you can just see the edge of it up here. So this circle is going to slowly start moving that way and push us out of this building and into these buildings where I suspect there will be more people. And we've got 3 teams left, making it 8 players now. So I make a run for it. However, there must have been someone downstairs in our building, because they immediately murder me. That's me dead. We're now in the top 5. This is the guy who killed me. And very, very quickly, probably because of this cluster strike that you can see getting dropped on us, we all die. And in that game, I managed to come second rather than first, but it was pretty good. It was kind of fun. It was quite a lot of tactical lurking in that building, but second is pretty good, and I got 6 kills, so I hope you enjoyed. So there you go, second. I haven't had a first since that last video I showed you. Go and watch that if you haven't seen that. But that's how I played Rebirth Resurgence this week. If you've got any tips, anything you'd have done differently, any questions you want to ask, please stick them in the comments down below. Don't forget to double check that you've subscribed, and if you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like, and I shall see you next time.